had a guy tell me about a year ago, he said, look, you either run unopposed or you run scared. And Michael's not scared this year. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Michael Watson.
It is good to be here. My home folks, I feel good. Where is Ainsley? Did she leave yet? I don't see her standing. Ainsley, you did a great job. Thank you. Beautiful voice. Ainsley's going places. I'm glad you're here. It reminds me, the other night I was at Magnolia Springs in camp meeting, and we were about 2 songs into the praise and worship, and I was just getting after it, belting it out. As many of you know, Lauren's wife, Lauren's dad, Gene, is my father-in-law. But Gene leaned over and he said, "You need to hum." So, I almost started singing with Ainsley, and those words came to my mind. You need to hum, so I just hummed back there. I want to say thank you for your support. The last 4 years have been great. I've truly enjoyed my time in Jackson, representing such good people as you. I want you to know, though, I did not run 2007 on a whim. It wasn't something I just thought, man, I'm just going to run for the Senate. It was something I really considered. I did my research. I prayed about it, and I thought that's the right thing for me to do. And I want you to know that's the kind of approach I take in Jackson. I look at the issues, I do the research, I say, God, you help me make the right decision, and that's what kind of senator you have in Jackson. And I'm so glad that you put me there. I appreciate what you've done for me. When I knocked on your doors in 2007, there were 3 issues that were really on the top of the page for everyone. One of them was illegal immigration. When I got to Jackson, I drafted some legislation. There's a comprehensive reform on illegal immigration. It got passed, and the governor signed it into law. I remember sitting in the speaker's office, and Mr. Speaker said, "Son, freshmen don't do this." And I thought, man, that's a pretty good testament. God, thank you for this opportunity. You know, it's always important to give God credit for what he does in our lives, and I really appreciate him allowing me to have that legislation passed. The second thing was education reform. The last few years, I've been working on charter schools. If you don't know what they are, you need to talk to me, because we need to get those here in Mississippi. They're going to make a drastic change in our state, going to do some good things for our children. But you heard Senator Hughes mentioned it earlier, a dual-track diploma for our high school students. Lauren and I were talking about this the other day, and she said, you know, if you judge the fish on its ability to climb a tree, that fish would think it was stupid. And if you think about that, not everybody's cut out to go to college. Some of our children need to go get a trade, to get in the field of work. And I don't know about you, but the last time I called a plumber, it was pretty expensive. Last time I called an electrician, it was even double expensive. So we need those folks. They're great people. They're good people in our community. So we need to equip them while they're in high school with a trade that they can go out into the working world and make a great life for themselves and their family. The third thing we talked about, that was really important in everybody's mind, was making sure we had a friendly business climate here in Jackson County and all across South Mississippi and our state as well. Well, my 3rd year, I was really honored to have Chevron call. Chevron said, look, we got an issue. The way that we're collecting our contractor's tax, sometimes we're being double taxed. When we have an issue with the tax commissioner, we need your help. So I was able to draft some legislation with my friends in the House. The bill that passed is actually a House bill, so we worked on that together. But we got that passed for Chevron. Now Chevron's saving money on those taxes. Lower taxes mean more jobs. And if you've seen the news here lately, Chevron's made several announcements of late of expansions that they're doing. I like to think that the work we're doing in Jackson is just a little bit a part of why they're expanding, why they're continuing to do business here in Jackson County. So those are 3 things that you talked about when I knocked on your doors that I heard. And I want you to know those are 3 things that I went to Jackson and I got results on. So that's what I do. I work hard, I pray about my decisions, and I listen to the people that send me to Jackson. I think that's so very important. One of the things that happened to me when we were knocking on doors, I had my cell phone number on my push card, and I kind of thought that might not be a really good idea. What turns out it was a great idea. Right after we got elected, a lady called and she said, "Is this Senator Watson's office?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." "Is this Senator Watson?" "Yes, ma'am." And it just shocked me to understand that our electorate has gotten to that position where they just feel out of touch. So it made it that more important to me to make sure people did have a cell phone number, make sure they had my email, make sure that they knew when I call Michael, he's going to call me back. He's going to listen to my problems, he's going to listen to my issues, and he's going to get up there and find a way to solve it. So again, thank you for your support. I'm excited about another time to go up to Jackson and work hard for you. It's been a blessing. The whole last 4 years have really been a blessing. As you know, I got married. I've got a 1-year-old baby girl now. Sorry about that. Maybe I don't have a baby girl. Gracie Pierce will be 2 in a week, so we're excited about that. The family's doing really well. Politics are great, jobs great. God has really blessed me. Thank you. I am proud to be your senator.